What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And today, okay, I am here with Lena, but she's in the room. But today I'm gonna talk about my current relationship, as you can tell by the title, or I might put another title, or I don't know. I'm still trying to make up the title for this video. I just want to do a sit down story time, and I want to talk about my 2-year anniversary coming up. August 2nd is my 2-year anniversary with my boyfriend Jesus. I actually want to do a story time of when me and Jesus first met, and I'm not really good at explaining stuff and telling stories, but I'm gonna try my best. We first met on March. Well, we didn't really meet in person. We met online. So yeah, we were friends on Facebook, which was on March 2014. I remember he sent me a friend request on Facebook, and wow, I'm really hot in here. And he sent me a text message right away, and it wasn't like a simple text message like hey or hi or like what's up, like how other guys would text girls. He did not send that. He first sent the most sweetest text ever, like any girl would want to get from a guy, like meeting a guy for the first time, and that's him right now. Just let me text him real quick. I didn't tell him I was doing the video right now because he was a little busy with work, so I'm gonna tell him right now. Okay, as I was saying, he sent me this long message, but not like oh you're really pretty, blah blah. He was saying he was introducing himself to me. He was saying hi, I'm Jesus Villegas. I don't know. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's so embarrassing, but that's him again. And he was telling me that he can be a friend. He doesn't have, he wasn't flirting with me or anything at all. He was just being nice and saying you don't have to be afraid of me or whatever or something like that. But he was really nice. I wish I could show y'all the message, but at first I thought it was weird, but then I was like, wow, this guy is really going out there. He's not a creep or anything at all. So a few weeks after that, we've been texting on Facebook and stuff, and we got connected really well, as friends though, and we will always tell each other almost everything, or pretty much everything. If I needed someone to text, I would go to him mostly because he was one of my best friends, and if I have a problem, I would go to him because he would help me with situations that I'm going through. And we were still friends in 2015. We would still keep texting. Okay, 2014 is when we were texting, and we kept texting until 2015. Because he's one of the sweetest guys I know, and he will never judge me of anything. I would ask him for advice, and he would never make me mad or sad or anything. But when there's girls involved, I would get jealous. And I actually made the first move on him, which was on August 2nd, 2015. And he said yes. And I was pretty shocked when he said yes because I never knew he would like a girl like me. And he would talk to a lot of girls, which is kind of weird to me. But it didn't bother me when we were friends before. And he even went out with girls too when we were friends, and it didn't bother me at all. He would talk to me about them and stuff. That's how close we were, which was a little weird. But we were still texting on Facebook, of course, after I asked him out, and we wanted to meet. So in September, that's when, okay, I was really confused because I thought we first met, okay, because I saw on Facebook. Because I remembered I first went to his house. My mom drove me to his house around September, and I was scared. Like at first, I thought I was getting catfish. Like I didn't know he was real or not, and he honestly thought the same thing. He thought that I wasn't real either. But when he first got out of his house, I was like, oh, he's real. Like he's not like an old man or a young boy or anything. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like getting butterflies when I first met him. And I don't know if this is the first or second time, but I remember this time he came to come pick me up, but his parents, of course, drove him over here so we can meet. And then we went to Golden Corral, and I remember he does like a teacher class or baby class like in school, in high school. This is when he was in high school this time, and I was too. I was still in high school. He was carrying a baby and a car seat, because like if y'all have a baby class or whatever, you have to do those things where you take the baby doll home and stuff and take care of it. But yeah, he had it when we went to Golden Corral. We had to take it into the restaurant and stuff, and I was very nervous because I always get nervous when I meet a guy for the first time, and of course every girl does. Like I mean, well, not every girl, but and he wasn't, surprisingly. Like he didn't get nervous at all, which was a little weird for me. We didn't really stay together the whole day because we just wanted to meet and then just go back home after that. And he first kissed me that day too. I'm surprised he already made the first move. I remember we first kissed in his parents' truck. Like we were sitting in the back and his parents were in the front, and oh gosh, it was nice. It was like a nice vessel. After that, like we had to wait a few weeks more because he lives in Granbury, Texas, and I live here in Fort Worth, Texas. And it's like we're like less than an hour away from each other, or an hour away, which is not really that far, but it's hard to see each other because he's always working and he doesn't know how to drive from Granbury to here yet, but he's learning, like he's trying to, and he really wants to know how to get from Granbury to here. I don't even know how to drive yet, but he does. He's been driving since he was like, I think he said 17 or 18, I don't know. We're still I still come see him because my mom will mostly take me to him, and not his parents doesn't drop him off here as much because his dad's always working and he has health problems, and his mom doesn't know the way from Fort Worth to Granbury. And but I mean, it's fine because my mom would do anything for me, and I wouldn't be able to see him if it wasn't for her. But I mostly see him when my mom gets paid. Before I had a job, she would take me to go see him when she gets paid, like every 2 weeks. This has been going on for almost 2 years now. We still text each other every day on Facebook, of course. We're about to be our 2-year anniversary is coming up in August 2nd. Yeah, this year. He will always spoil me when we're together and stuff, and I would feel bad when he always buy me gifts because I didn't have a job that time. Like I didn't know what to get him. I mean, I do know, like he loves soccer a lot, and he will always want this jersey from this team or whatever, and I'll be like, okay, I'll try to get it for you, but like my mom, she always has to pay the bills and stuff, and I'll always ask her for money, which I feel bad for too. it was really complicated because I mean, but now that I have a job, I did spoil him, of course. We took each other to the movies, and I remember I bought him food because he would always buy me food because I'm always hungry. And you know how girls are when they're angry. I mean, you know how girls are when they're very hungry, they get angry and cranky. That's how I was. I mean, I still am, but and he gets scared when I'm angry for food. He's he's different than the other guys I've dated. He's smart, he's brave, he's kind to strangers. Cause I remember this one time, at the movie theater, we went. I forgot what movie we were going to see. But I remember, like they have games in the theater, and we went in there. Well, yeah, and then he saw these kids were trying to play this basketball game, and they didn't have any money, so Jesus, he just randomly got $1 out, put it in the machine where you could change out, and gave it to them. And I thought that was really nice. He's not a bad person. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't drink. He doesn't party. He say he's not that kind of party person. His parents are really religious. They're Christian, and so is he, and his family. And I'm not Christian, but I mean, I feel like I could be, but I'm um, I'm supposedly Catholic, because I did go to a Catholic church, and but I go to church with his parents and him, even though they only speak Spanish, but it's okay because at least I'm there to support them. We did have a lot of problems, but no matter what, we will always stick together. No matter what gets in our way, we will always love each other. And I'm sorry, this is so sad. Like I really love this guy so much. Like, y'all guys have no idea. And he doesn't know that either. He doesn't know how much I love him, but I do. He's my best friend. He's been my best friend for so long. And I really don't want to lose him at all. But I'm very happy that our anniversary is coming up. I hope we go somewhere special or go to the movies again, or I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me as long as I'm with him. But yeah, me and my sister didn't have the same lunches at school, not ever since freshman year. So I started to eat by myself since junior year. And junior year and senior year, that's when I started eating by myself. Lena, my sister, would eat with her boyfriend or be with other friends or whatever, and I would just sit by myself, or I would eat in the art room in the attic, and the only person I would talk to is Jesus. I would text him, tell him, because when I'm alone, I would just text him and talk to him. Not on the phone. I mean, mostly just text, because I can't talk to him on the phone at school. And we went to prom together. Of course, I went to his prom last year. He went to my prom this year, and he graduated last year, and I went to his graduation. And I was so happy for him that day. I remember I almost cried. And my friend Andrea was with me that day, and I was really happy for him. And I remembered when he first came out of the big room where they have to stay before it starts. And I remember he was looking around. I knew where he was sitting because his last name is Aviz, so he's like in the back. And he was looking to my direction, and I started crying because he was looking for me and his family. And I thought it was really cute. And then I remember he went to my graduation. I didn't know he was coming. He didn't tell me he was coming that day. He texted me saying, that he texted my mom and not to tell me what he said. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I guess. And so I told my mom that he texted her, and she didn't tell me what he said because it's obviously a surprise. And at the end of the graduation, he surprised me with flowers, and he didn't even tell me he was coming. And I remember he was showing me, excuse me, videos when he was at my graduation. Like he worked it out because he told his brother's friend, I think, to drop him off halfway, and my mom could pick him up halfway to go to my graduation back to Fort Worth, since he lives in Granbury, and they worked it out somehow. And he was there, and I was really happy. I guess that's all I have to say, because this video is so long. Hopefully I'll shorten it. And if y'all want to know any more stories about me and him, please give this a thumbs up or comment down below. I mean, not thumbs down, but comment down below. I will see y'all guys next time. Bye.